104 Sagar. One zero four Sagar. 132 Gauss.
Yes, sir.
My voice is audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 102 Ramu.
Yes, sir.
What is here?
Clear, sir.
Okay. Good morning to everyone. In previous class, we have started one theorem, that is Clapeyron's three-moment theorem. Now today we'll see one problem on Clapeyron's theorem. Then you can easily understand what is the actual concept. All of you open your notebooks and start today's problem. Once I will share the screen now. 116 Karthik.
Yes, sir.
Karthik,
Yes,
screen is visible
yes,
to you or
yes, sir.
okay? All of you write down one problem, that is
Excuse me, sir. Just now you called. Now I went to drink water, sir.
Sagar. Okay, Sagar, no problem. Write down problem.
ఇక్కడ నీ పేరు రాయి, ఆధార్ నంబర్ రాయి, 2 ఫోన్ నంబర్లు రాయి, నీది నాయనది కానీ.
Write down. Analyze the continuous beam. Analyze the continuous beam by using Clapeyron's theorem or TMT. Find moment at B. Reactions BMD and SFD. And given diagram is, it's a continuous beam. It is having three supports A, B, C. From A to B, it is carrying uniformly distributed load with the intensity 20 kilonewton per meter, and the span of AB is 4 meter. Now, from B to C, it is having uniformly distributed load with the intensity 30 kilonewton per meter, and the span of BC is 5 meter. So this is the given diagram. All of you once read the question carefully, analyze the continuous beam by using Clapeyron's theorem or else TMT. Find moment at B, reactions, bending moment diagram, shear force diagram. Okay, and here we have a one condition: if both ends are simply supported. If both ends are simply supported, then moment is zero. Moment is zero. It means if you observe this diagram carefully, here point A and point C both are having simply supports. both are having simply supports. So we can write it as MA is equal to 0 as well as MC is equal to 0. See, the both ends A and C are the simply supported. So that reason MA is equal 0, MC is equal to 0. And one more condition is there, that is if intermediate support is not equal to 0. Intermediate support is not equal to 0. In this given diagram, where MB is the intermediate support, and also we have a one condition, always maximum chances we will get our moment at B in terms of negative value. So these are the conditions. Now start the solution here. First of all, it is a three supports beam: A support, B support, C support, and it is two span beam: AB and BC. Two span beam. Now in the first step, first of all, split that beam. One is AB, other one is BC. Now remaining points you can write as usual. Just to split that beams, that's it. And here we have a UDL with the intensity 20 kilonewton per meter, and it is A, it is B, and the span is 4 meter, and here it is B, it is C, and here also UDL acting with the intensity 30 kilonewton per meter, and the span is 5 meter here, and the span is 5 meter here. Now 128 Bhavani, 128 Bhavani, 107 Sugandhar Raj, Sugandhar Raj, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Signal problem.
Sugandhar Raj, in previous class we discussed about steps for TMT. In that, what is the first step?
Sir, I missed the last class, sir. You can check it.
You missed last class?
Yes, sir.
No problem. But already I shared PDF in your WhatsApp group. Once you open that PDF, in that you can observe steps for TMT. Open that file. And what is the first step? Are you opening or not?
Sir, open. 1 minute, sir.
Yeah, okay. Carry on. I think day before yesterday I shared steps for TMT.
First, draw the free bend movement diagram, sir. First step.
Yes. So here the first step is draw the free bending moment diagram based on the given loads. Okay. Yes, I'll draw here once all of you observe. And next 110 Vamsi Krishna, be ready for second step. I'll ask later, but be ready. So here your friend said the first step is draw the free bending moment diagram. So once extend this line, and here it is A and B. Here it is B and C. So here the first step is free bending moment diagram, or else we can say it as a maximum bending moment diagram also. Now here from A to B carrying a uniformly distributed load, so your maximum bending moment diagram will be parabolic shape. Parabolic shape, and here this is your maximum bending moment. You can write it as WL square by 8. WL square by 8. Now from B to C also uniformly distributed load, so here you will get parabolic shape, and you can observe here the maximum bending moment WL square by 8. WL square by 8, and here it is 4 meter, and here it is 5 meter. 5 meter. Now write down here clearly, maximum bending moment is equal to, see what is the maximum bending moment here, WL square by 8. Same way right here, that's it, is equal to. Now what is the value of W in this diagram? 20 kilonewton per meter. And what about the span? 4 meter. 4 meter. So here 20 into 4 square by 8. 20 into 4 square by 8. Finally the value is 40 kilonewton meter. 40 kilonewton meter. Next, coming to the second bending moment diagram. See, this is the first one, and here it is second. Now coming to the second bending moment diagram, find out maximum. Here also we have a formula WL square by 8. In this figure, where W is the 30 kilonewton per meter into the span is 5 meter. It means 5 square by 8. Now what is the value here? 93.75 kilonewton meter. So this is your first step. First step is to find out the, or else to draw the maximum bending moment diagram, or else free bending moment diagram. So this is your entire first step. Now coming to the second step. 110 Vamshi Krishna.
Sir,
Once unmute yourself. What is the second step?
calculate
Yes,
the
what
area
is the-
and the centroid of free bending moment diagram between 2 points.
Calculate the,
Area and the centroid of free bending moment diagram
yes.
between 2 points.
Next step. Okay. Yes, yes. So the next step is calculate the area and centroid of free bending moment, or else maximum bending moment diagram. This is our second step. 117 Neha.
Yes, sir.
Be ready for third step after completion of second step. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Here it is. Second step is area and centroid of free bending moment diagram, or else maximum bending moment diagram. Now in this given problem, two free bending moment diagrams are available. Now first to find out first free bending moment diagram, we can say it as area A1. Next, if you take second free bending moment diagram, we can say it is this is look like a parabolic shape. And coming to the second free bending moment diagram, it is also a parabolic shape. So what is the area of parabola? What is the area of parabola? That is 2 by 3 into base into height. 2 by 3 base into height. Here also second, it is look like a parabolic shape. So the area of parabola also here 2 by 3 into base into height. Now find out A1 and A2. Here it is 2 by 3rd. What about base and height of the first bending moment diagram? Here the base is 4 meter and height is WL square by 8. Already we calculated the value of WL square by 8, that is 40 kilonewton meter. So 4 into 40. 4 into 40. Base is 4, height is 40. Now what about the value here A1? That is 106.67. This is the value of A1. Now coming to the A2, 2 by 3, and observe only second bending moment diagram. This is your second bending moment diagram. In that base is 5 meter, height is WL square by 8. But we calculated the height WL square by 8. The value is 93.75. So 5 into 93.75 here. 5 into 93.75 is equal to 312.5. 312.5. So this is the area. And next one is centroid. Centroid. Centroid of beam 1's bending moment diagram, and here centroid of beam 2's bending moment diagram. And if you observe clearly, we have a centroid at a two distances. One is distance from the centroid left side and one is right side. We can name it as a XL and XR. This is only for beam 1 bending moment diagram. Now coming to the beam 2 bending moment diagram, here also we have a XL, XR, XL and XR. Now once observe the beam 1 bending moment diagram here. See, beam 1 bending moment diagram. Here it is the maximum bending moment diagram, and exactly center of the span will get our center of gravity G. So it is symmetrical structure. It is symmetrical structure. We can write it as a here L by 2 and L by 2. L by 2 and L by 2. Here also it is also a parabolic shape. So your center of gravity will act at the center of the span. It means L by 2 and L by 2. Here L is 4 meter, here L is 5 meter. So write down clearly, XL is equal to L by 2, XR is equal to L by 2. Here span is 4 meter by 2, 2 1 ja 2 2 ja 2 meter. And here also 4 by 2, it is 2 meter. Now XL, it is also L by 2, it is also L by 2. Here the span is 5 by 2, that is 2.5 meter. Here 5 by 2, that is 2.5 meter. 2.5 meter. So this is your step number 2. This is your step number 2. Now, coming to the third step. Neha, what is the third step?
Apply TMT or Clapeyron's theorem.
Yes. So here the third step is apply TMT or Clapeyron's theorem. Here it is our third step. And here, what about the formula, Neha? Our TMT formula, what is the form?
MA L1 plus 2MB into L1 plus L2 plus MC L2 plus 6A1 centroid of XL by L1 plus 6A2 XR by L2.
Okay. So here, Neha, in place of XL, in place of XR, what we can write here? In other thing, in place of XL, in place of XR, what we can write in other things? That is, in place of XL, we can write it as a X1 also, plus in place of XR, we can write it as X2 also, no problem. You can take any one. And this is your TMT, equation of TMT or else equation of Clapeyron's theorem. Now, in this one, already we discussed about MA and MC. See, MA is having simply support and MC also having simply support. So simply we can substitute as a 0 into L1 is first 4 meter, and here MB is the unknown. Finally, we need to find the MB value only. So 2 MB, where L1 is the beam 1 span, that is 4 meter, plus where L2 is the beam 2 span, that is 5 meter, plus MC is 0 and L2 is 5, plus 6 into A1. E means area 1, area 1. Where is the area 1? Yes, here it is A1. A1 is 106.67. A1 is 106.67. Now X1. X1. What about X1? X1 is the beam 1 bending moment diagram. But here we have a two centroids are acting. One is left, other one is right. Which one is we are going to take here? Which one? That is when we are calculating the beam 1. So always prefer left side. Always prefer left side. That's why here we have a XL. XL means left side center of gravity. So here it is 2 meter. And the span of beam 1 is 4 meter plus 6 into A2. What about A2 value here? A2 is 312.5. 312.5 into XR. XR means C. We are considering second beam. We are considering second beam. In that we have a XR. So always prefer right side. This one. Where XR is equal to 2.5 meter. Here 2.5 meter by L2. L2 is 5. Now All of you open your calculator and enter these values. You will get MB value. So finally, what is the value of MB here? Where MB is equal to minus 69.86 kilonewton meter. This is our MB. See, already I told you in the condition. See here our condition. MB maximum chances will get negative value. Here we got minus 69.86 kilonewton meter. So up to now it is clear. Next, what about the fourth step here? 124 Hare Krishna. 124 Hare Krishna. Unmute yourself. 116 Karthik. 116 Karthik. 128 Bhavani. 128 Bhavani. If you are not responding, then I will put as a absent. 104 Sagar. 104 Sagar. 132 132 Gauss.
Yes, sir.
What is the fourth step?
Find support reaction for 2 points. AB.
Find the
Support reaction.
yes. Next step is here. Find the support reactions. Support reaction. This is the fourth step. Support reactions. Here we have a first beam 1 diagram. This is your beam 1. Beam 1 and uniformly distributed load is acting. It is 20 kilonewton per meter and it is 4 meter. A, B. So RA, RB1, RB1. See here, I'll write clearly here. It is RA, it is RB. Here also it is RB, it is RC. See, we have a 2 RBs here. That's why name it as a RB1, RB2. For beam 1 it is RB1. For beam 2 it is RB2. Okay. Now, how to find out the support reactions? That is by applying of equation of equilibrium. By applying of equation of equilibrium. And one more point here. See, just now we calculated our MB value. MB value. That we got minus 69.86 kilonewton meter. So same way you can mention the direction here at point B, and here also we have point B. Give the direction. Give the direction. Now the value is 69.86. See, we got negative value, but for that negative value, I given the direction here. See, your bending moment right side clockwise is negative. Bending moment left side anti-clockwise is indicated as negative. So that reason I mentioned directions, but the value is 69.86. So here you can write it as a 69.86. Now apply equation of equilibrium here, that is summation of vertical force is equal to 0. First of all, what are the vertical forces are acting, and what about the directions here? Here our assumption is all upward forces are considered positive, all downward forces are considered negative here. RA and RB1 both are moving upward direction, so RA plus RB1, and 20 kilonewton per meter is moving downward direction, but it is uniformly distributed load convert into point load. So it is downward minus 20 into span is equal to 0, where RA plus RB1 is equal to 80. It's a number 1 equation. Now apply other equation of equilibrium, that is moment about any one point. Here I am considering moment about A is equal to 0. It means all clockwise directions are considered positive, all anti-clockwise directions are considered negative. Here we are considering moment about this point, so we can write it as a RA into 0, RA into 0, that is 0. Next, 20 kilonewton per meter load is acting, and when we are converting into a point load, then it is downward direction. And how it is moving? It is moving in this direction. In this direction. So it is a clockwise direction. Perpendicular distance is 4, and after converting point load, half of the span will be acting here. That is 4 by 2. 4 by 2. Now one reaction is acting, that is RB1. Of how it is moving? It is moving in this direction. In this direction. That is anti-clockwise direction. Take negative RB1 into total distance is 4. Next, here one moment is acting, that is clockwise direction. Take positive 69.86 is equal to 0. Now from this relation we'll get RB1 value. What is the value of RB1? So after entering values in your calculator, then we'll get one value, that is 57.46 kilonewton. This is your RB1. Now this RB1 value substitute in equation number 1, then you will get RA value. RB1 means 57.46 is equal to 80. Then RA is equal to 80 minus 57.46, 22.53 kilonewton. 22.53 kilonewton. This is only beam 1 diagram of reactions. Now calculate beam 2. Now calculate beam 2 reactions. So we have a uniformly distributed load, that is 30 kilonewton per meter. It is B, it is C. Span is 5 meter, and here it is RB2, it is RC. and here we have a one moment that is 69.86. 69.86. Okay. Now here also apply equation of equilibrium, that is summation of vertical force is equal to 0. Here RB2 and RC and 30 kilonewton per meter are the vertical forces, and RB2 and RC moving upward direction consider positive. Next, 30 kilonewton meter, it is acting downward direction, so minus 30 kilonewton per meter, it is UDL, convert into point load, then it is 5 meter is equal to 0. Next, RB2 plus RC is equal to 150 kilonewton, then give equation number 2. Next, apply other equation of equilibrium, that is moment about B is equal to 0. Here, moment about B is equal to 0. We can write it as a RB2 into 0. RB2 into 0, then it is 0. So, don't write, it is not required. Next, write remaining moments, that is 69.86 moment is moving anti-clockwise direction. So, take negative. Next, 30 kilonewton per meter load is acting. It is moving in this direction. In this direction. So it is a clockwise direction. Take positive 30 into span is 5 meter and it is UDL, convert into point load. Then remaining distance is here 5 by 2. It is 2.5 meter. 5 by 2. Next, one reaction is acting at point C, that is moving in this direction. In this direction, that is anti-clockwise. Consider it is a negative RC into, what about the perpendicular distance from C to B? C to B is 5 meter is equal to 0. Now, all of you open your calculator and enter these values, then you will get one value, that is RC. Here RC is equal to 61.03 kilonewton. Now, substitute RC value in the equation number 2, then you will get RB2 value. RB2 plus RC. RC means 61.03 is equal to 150. Now, RB2 is equal to 150 minus 61.03. What is the value? 88.79 kilonewton. 88.79 kilonewton. So these are the support reactions. Support reactions. How many steps are completed till now? 4 steps. Remaining we have a others two steps, that is 5th step and 6th step. So first of all complete up to here, then we'll go for 5th and 6th step. All of you complete up to here, or else take a screenshot, whatever it may be. Complete it fast. ఇంకా 2 స్టెప్స్. సిఎల్ పెట్టుకుంటాం.
ఎందుకంటే ఆధార్ నంబర్ రాసిన ఇలా రాస్తే ఏమైతుంది, తొందర లేకుండా కళ్ళు చిన్నగా ఉన్నాయి అలా. ఓకే, ఇది ఒకటి. దీనికన్నా మేలు వస్తే దీనికన్నా నీ ఆధార్ నంబర్ రాయిడా దీని పక్కకి. అది సన్నగా ఉన్నాయి సార్, రావు పెద్దగా ఉంటే ఏం కాదు, సన్నగా ఉన్నది అక్షరాలు ఆధార్ నంబర్.
అది రాసి ఏం చేయాలి?
ఆడు ఇయ్యాలి.
ఏం రాస్తారు?
యా చాలు గేమ్
Yes. Gauss, is it completed or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I erase this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next. 104 Sujit. 104 Sujit. 116 Karthik. 116 Karthik. 128 Bhavani. 128 Bhavani. 104 Sagar.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Sagar, what is the fifth step? Once open your notebook, it's a previous class notebook. What is the fifth step here? Sagar, what happened? Are you searching? Sagar, what is the fifth step?
Searching, sir.
Uh, See, I think day before yesterday, I shared one file in a WhatsApp group. You can open that file also, no problem. In that, you can observe steps for TMT. Steps for TMT. In that, what is the fifth step? Just now we have completed up to 4 steps. That is support reactions. So the next step here, final support reaction. Sagar, see here, final support
Yeah,
reactions.
sir.
This is, yes, okay. So this is our fifth step. See, final support means already we calculated reactions. So that is RA calculated, RB calculated, RC calculated. Final means in RB we have a 2 support reactions, RB1 plus RB2. Now we have a only one RA, we have only one RC. Here RA is 22.53 kilonewton and RB1 is 57.46 plus RB2 is 88.79. So total RB is 146.43 kilonewton. Next, we have only single RC, that is 61.03 kilonewton or else 61.04, whatever it may be. So these three are the final support reactions. These three are the final support reactions. Next, last step. Babu 124 Hare Krishna. 124 Hare Krishna. 112 Surya Teja. 112 Surya Teja. 117 Neha.
Yes, sir.
What is the last step?
Draw SFD and BMD and net BMD diagram.
Yes. So last step is draw the BMD and SFD. Draw BMD and SFD. So this is our last step, sixth step. So before going to BMD and SFD, first of all try to draw the given diagram. This is given diagram, and here we have a uniformly distributed load with the intensity 20 kilonewton per meter, and here we have a other UTL with the intensity is 30 kilonewton per meter. A, B, C. From A to B, span is 4 meter. From B to C, span is 5 meter. Now, extend this line. extend this line. And take other color. I'll choose red color. See, in that BMD, first of all, draw the maximum bending moment diagram. That is A, B, C. See here, maximum bending moment diagram already we have completed in the step number 1. Same diagram place here, that's it. Same diagram place here, that's it. And here also same diagram place it. Already told you now in the first step that is both are in parabolic shape. Same diagram place here and write the values. It is positive. It is also a positive. Next, again after completion of maximum bending moment diagram, next is draw the moment diagram. That is MB. That is MB. Already MB we got minus 69.86 kilonewton meter. This is our MB. Now, once again draw the same diagram. A, B, C. So MB we got minus 69.86. This is intermediate support, and we have a two end supports where MA is equal to 0, where MC is equal to 0. It means at point A it is 0, at point C it is 0. But we have a MB minus 69.86. It means minus means we'll get somewhere here. Now join all the points. So this is your minus. This is your minus. Now finally draw the final bending moment diagram or else net bending moment diagram. It means combination of first and second bending moment diagram. Here we have a two bending moment diagram. So at finally draw the final bending moment diagram or else net bending moment diagram. Once again extend this color. Choose other color, blue color. So final bending moment diagram or else net bending moment diagram. It means combination of first and second bending moment diagram. Here first bending moment diagram is this one. This is the, what is the value here? 40. And here we have a 93. We have a 93.75. Now coming to the second bending moment diagram. In the second bending moment diagram, it is a downward, but if you combined both, if you consolidated, if you consolidated this diagram, then it is just mirror this diagram, mirror this diagram. Then you can see here it is a 0, 0, and here it is 0. A, B, C. See, whatever the second bending moment diagram here, this one, second bending moment diagram, just mirror this diagram, then it is goes upside. What is the value? 69.86. It is a 40, and here it is 93.75. It is 40, it is 93.75. So our value is 69.86. Then you will get in between here. It is 40, somewhere here, that is 69.86. Now join. Okay. Yes, this is your final bending moment diagram, and where will you get plus and minus? See, it is positive, but here you will get negative. It is your negative. So this is final bending moment diagram. This is your final bending moment diagram. Now, draw the shear force diagram. Draw the shear force diagram. See, here we don't have much space, but I'll try. Here only. Wait, there is no charging. Okay. Now draw the shear force diagram. A, B, C. So before going to draw the shear force diagram, first write what are the RA value, RB value, RC value here. That's it. First write RA, RB, RC here. Where RA, RB, RC. Here RA is 22.53, RB is 146.43, RC is 61.03 or 04 kilonewton. So this is our values. Anyone knows how to draw the shear force diagram? Neha? 117 Neha. Do you know how to draw the shear force diagram based on reaction values? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll tell you clearly, but listen carefully, no problem. I'll explain clearly. Each and every step I explain clearly. And Venkatesh, 109
Yes,
Venkatesh.
sir. Yes, sir.
Venkatesh, do you know how to draw the shear force diagram?
Yes, sir. Values.
Okay. You know?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, nice. 116 Karthik. 116 Karthik. 128 Bhavani. Bhavani, do you know how to draw the shear force diagram? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Do you know? Okay, no problem. Neha, once open your calculator.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. See, first one, our reaction is starting from A point. It means it is a zero, Neha. Okay. Next, what is the value of RA? 22.53. 22.53. See, our reaction is upward here. Yes or no? Our reaction is upward. RA is upward. RB also upward. RC also upward here. See, upward direction. Upward means it's a positive. When the values are in downward, then it is negative. Remember this point. If the value is upward, then it is positive. If the value is downward, it is negative. First, our reaction is 22.53. It is positive. So, mark 1 point here. Mark 1 point here. Now, join this point. Join this point. That is 22.53 up to here. Okay. Next, from A to B. From A to B, Neha, which type of load is acting here?
UDL.
UDL. So, and the value is UDL value.
20 kilonewton per meter.
Yeah. So 20 kilonewton per meter. It means 1 meter it is a 20. For 2 meter it is 20 into 2. 3 meter it is 20 into 3. What is the distance from A to B, Neha?
4 meters.
Yeah, 4 meter means 20 into 4. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. But if UDL is acting upward direction or downward direction?
Downward direction.
Downward direction. Now total value from A to B is 20 into 4, 80. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
80. So in your calculator, enter value. First one is 22.53. Just now you said it is a downward direction. Yes or no? It is downward direction. So 22.53 minus 80. Now tell me the value.
Minus 57.47.
Minus 57.47. So from A to B and B to C, it is a one type of neutral axis. The values, whatever the values will get, if the value is in positive, then your shear force above the neutral axis. If the value is negative, then it is below the neutral axis. Okay. Now what is the value? Minus
-57.47.
Yes, 47. It means it is minus value. So somewhere here you will get point. Okay. Now join this point here. This is your shear force diagram up to here. Now at point B, we have a reaction. We have a reaction that is 146.83. 146.83. It is moving upward direction. It is moving upward direction. So positive. So positive. Now already we got here 57.47. 57.47 minus 57.47, and our RB is plus 146.43. Neha, enter these values. 146.43 minus 57.47, this value, and plus 146.43, because it is upward direction. Here we have a one RB, it is moving upward direction. Now tell me the value.
88.96.
So here we got 88.96. That is plus. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So plus means we'll get our shear force diagram above the neutral axis. So 1 point mark here. This is 22. It means somewhere here we'll get 88.96. Now join this point. Join this point. Next, this value is 88.96. Okay. Next, after that from B to C, which type of load is acting, Neha, here?
UDL.
UDL. Value is
30 kilonewton per meter.
30 kilonewton per meter. It means per 1 meter it is a 30 kilonewton, and totally we have, what is the span of BC?
5 meters.
5 meter. So 5 into 30 kilonewton, it is 150. It is 150. But how the direction is here?
Downward direction.
Downward direction. It means minus 150. The load is minus 150. Here we got plus 88.96. 88.96. After from B to C we have a UDL in the downward direction. So 30 into 5 minus 150. Now enter these values in your calculator and tell me the value with indication
Minus
plus or minus.
Minus 61.04.
Yes, minus 61.04. It means below the neutral axis we'll get our shear force diagram. So it is 57 and we got minus 61. So somewhere here. Okay. Now join this point, and so this value is minus 61.04. See here, don't indicate minus plus here, because below the neutral axis is indicated as minus only. Above the neutral axis indicated as plus. It is minus, again it is plus, again it is minus. See, your shear force starting from 0 onwards at point A. At point A, it is 0, but due to the reaction, it is RA 22.53. And Neha, here we got 61.04. It is minus. Next, what about the RC value? It is here we got minus 61.04. Now, tell me the value of RC, Neha.
61.04 positive.
Positive 61.04. It means finally it is 0. It means at point C, it is a 0. Now join this point. So you have started from 0 kilonewton onwards. After that, it is a 22.53. After that, again it is a downward 57.47. Then it is upward 88.97. Again it is downward 61.04. Finally it is 0. At point C, it is 0. So this is your shear force diagram. That's it. All of you draw these two diagrams. See, we don't have much time, so better take screenshot. After that, write in your SA1 notebook. All of you take screenshot. I'll close this session because its time is 10:35. So all of you take screenshot. After that, whenever you are free, write in your notebooks. That's it. Yes. Attendance, please.